It's May the 2nd, Monday, 2022, and the girls are working. They are busy, busy bees. Can hear them, and they're bringing pollen. A lot of them are coming in empty. They may have water, but a lot of them have pollen. Not as proportional as there's one with pollen. There's another one with pollen. I think I got the shakes this morning. Not enough coffee, I think. Maybe too much coffee. You know, I could just get a chair and just sit down here and watch them. They are going to town. They are curious creatures. But anyway, I hadn't mowed the field. And this year's a yellow year. Some years are white years. Some years are kind of red from the sour weed. But this year definitely is a yellow year. Now the curious thing, all these flowers, I don't see any bees on them. Huh. You'd think the bees would be out where it's close to the hive, but maybe they don't like them there when a grasshopper. Huh. Some sort of bug right there. Now, yeah, it is stink bugs. Mating stink bugs. But no bees. Huh. Well, if I would have drawn it up, I'd have drawn it up this way. I mean, field of blooming flowers and bees, but no bees in the yellow stuff. I didn't plow up as much as I usually plow up. But the green that you see down there is buckwheat. And supposedly bees love buckwheat. And I planted some ladino clover and it's come up real good. I just threw out some pea seed and then it's not coming up. And I threw out some tobacco seed and it's not coming up. What is coming up down there too, there's a buzzard. I always have buzzards around me. Didn't happen to. It's a martin, what we call a bee martin. And it's a agile flyer. Very acrobatic flyer. Oh, it caught something in midair, maybe a bee. Hadn't seen many bee martins, but now that we have bees, we got bee martins. But anyway, the buckwheat came up real good. We need a rain, or I need to get a hose out here to run a sprinkler or put some drip. Might just do that, run a line of drip down through there. Hope it spreads out enough to help it. But the ladino clover down there is not as big as that buckwheat. So you don't see it from here, but it's come out real good. And what I was saying is the watermelons that were from last year when I just left a bunch of them out there. There's a whole bunch of watermelon out there too. So there's a little bit to play with. I'm interested in the buckwheat more than anything. And it's funny walking through the woods. I don't know if you can see it over there, but the privet hedge, it's just got the air full of, there's a big one right there, full of that privet hedge smell. All around the edge of this field is that privet hedge. I would think bees would like privet hedge. And they coming back with honey, so I mean they seem to be a happy bunch. I'm just surprised at all this yellow flowers and I don't see a single bee. There's some privet hedge right there. I'm gonna walk over to it. But anyway, it's the first day that it's been really warm. It's gonna be in the mid 80s, I think, today. So, man, that smells. I can't say that it's bad, but there's a big old bumblebee. Bumblebee's working it. I don't know if you can see him or not. That's the only bee around. That's crazy. Got 2 hives, thousands of bees over there, and got flowering. Like I said, bees are curious in that they are they have fidelity. Once they get on, there's a wasp. Oh man. I don't hear a single bee. Nowhere. But what I was saying is, once they get on a flower, they'll stay with that flower. Wow, look at all the privet hedge blooming back in here. Holy moly. And which is a benefit to the plant, because for cross-fertilization, you don't want to go get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It makes it harder to pollinate the next. I don't know why bees do it. I'm sure they're not thinking about it, but from everything I've read, they stick to one. Hey, I'm Joe Biden. They have a fidelity. They are Semper Fi, always loyal. But no bees on any of this. Huh. Huh. Okay, here's some blackberry blooming. There's a wasp. No, that's not a wasp. That, my friend, is a hornet. And I will leave him alone. That is not a paper wasp like we call them. Anyway, in the distance, and you can see the road that Gershom and I have made. Made a green road down through the flowers to get to the beehives, to give them some sugar water. But they're coming in with pollen all on them, so I ain't gonna worry about them. It's just a mystery where they're getting it, because they're not getting it from the obvious places. I guess I can find them sometime wherever they're going. They say they'll go 3 to 5 miles. A hummingbird was up on the beehive, because we got that hummingbird feeder with sugar water in it behind it, and then it came over to the hive itself. Anyway, gorgeous day down here.